Hello, everyone, and welcome to Live Well Today, and welcome to another Practical Kingdom Living episode. I am here, and we are continuing with our daily devotion that was written by Dr. Myles Munroe. I am so excited, and thank you for being here today. We are going week one, day 7. That's our last day for week one. Okay. And we're going to discover something. There's a question that was posed by Dr. Myles Munroe. The question is, what is in your package? You guys remember the last episode I talked about that we all come in with something in this life. There's something inside of us that God already provided. That your talent, your gift, everything is already inside of you. Why? Because did that because he want to make sure that nobody trick you. He had your own potential inside of you. So no one will tell you something different. Okay? So we're still diving into, from his book, Understanding Your Potential. We're still on chapter 1. So he went and just lay out the foundation here saying, perhaps you are wasting your life doing nothing. With all you have, God packaged something in you for the good of the world. I don't know about you, but I'm so excited to hear that. It's a good news to know that I didn't come empty. I came loaded. I came with something in me that the world needed. That is very good news. Okay? And it doesn't matter how you came to this world. It doesn't matter if your mama left you, your daddy left you, you were raised in foster home, you were orphan. It doesn't matter at this point. The deal is that God Almighty, He has selected you for a time like this. Do you know? Let me tell you a little bit the story of when a woman becomes fertile, right? And she has a relationship with her husband. This is what happened. When they come together, there is gazillion of sperm rushing through the mother's vagina. Do you know that is a battle? Oh my goodness. If you see those sperm rushing, making their way through, if they can be one, if they can be, someone can make it through. But do you know that the person that got that first and won the race is you? Yes, you hear me very well. It is you. It is you. You made it. You became that person. So just to tell you, we've been fighting since in where we are inside. Actually, the life came with a battle. You made it through. Gazillion of sperm, you are the one. So it doesn't matter how you came on this planet. You are loaded. That's why for me personally, I don't believe that we should, and this is an issue. Somebody, maybe you may see this, my comments, maybe not super fun for you, and that's fine. I am okay with that. But you need to know that, how people will say, well, if the baby is not on the right condition, we need to keep the baby. If it was the mama was raped, blah blah blah. I think, who are you to make that decision? No human being can able to give life except God give us, and then we bring it forth. But we can't make life, right? God is the one who gave the baby. And this is my perspective. I believe that there's a lot of women that was raped in different places every day. That's just a wicked world we live. But you make it to the rest. I think the baby is innocent. Let the baby live. Why? Because here, when I'm reading the word of God, he said on Romans 12:6, he said, we have different gifts according to the grace given us. That grace, according to that grace, that baby has something that the world needs. And I think we all should have ability, should have opportunity to live, to take a breath. And nobody should take our breath. And if we're going to fight for that, we need to start fighting for those little innocents. Mama may not be a good mom. Daddy may not be a good dad. But just what? I have life on my own. Let me live. Well, I'm going to leave that alone. Maybe we come back another day. But this is what making me think. When I think about how God woven a baby inside a woman's womb. So that's always something in you that we haven't yet seen because that is the way God thinks. Release your ability before you die. Use the power and strength within you for the good of yourself and others. I believe there are books, song, arts, works, business, poem, invention, and investment in you that God intended for my children to enjoy. That's right. If you die today and without you discover your gift, your purpose, you rob me. Please don't rob me. And don't rob my great grandchildren. And I don't want to do the same either. We want to make sure that we bring forth, our children bring forth what is inside them. Don't give up until you have lived out the full extent of your potential. Because, this is why, because you have no right to die with my thing. Dr. Thomas said, you have no right to die with my thing. Don't rob the next generation of the wealth, treasure, and tremendous gift buried deep within you. If you want to succeed, strike out on new path. Don't travel the one path of accept success. No man can climb beyond the limitation of his own belief. That's deep. Each day, send to the grave obscure men and women whom fear prevents from realizing their true and full potential. Are you afraid right now? Are you the person that you have a gift and you have talent, you have idea, you creativity, but you afraid to go for it? And I will say, don't be afraid. Because the Bible said that fear casts the perfect love casts out fear. Whom fear doesn't love. If you really love God and you trust Him, fear should not be your portion. And for me, one thing I realized that every time that I feel the fear, I'm trying to do exactly like if I'm afraid of, let's say, I'm afraid of go to another next mile. That's the very thing that I would do. I would do that because I want to prove to the enemy that I'm already being equipped for whatsoever. He will come and whisper to you, you think you can do that? Oh, other people are better. Look what, look that, compare you, but just what? Keep pushing. The Bible said that perfect love that is in Christ Jesus is in you. Cast out fear. So you got to cast it up every time. Okay? So don't let fear prevent you from realizing your true and full potential. Fear is not the absence of success. Fear is the neglect of trying. If you try and you fail, just what? That's the good news. At least you try. Now you know your strength and you know where your weakness is. But those that didn't even try at all, they can't people and they can't realize what is their strength, what is their weaknesses. Okay? So fear is not is fear actually is the neglect of trying. If you fail because you didn't try. If you try and you fail, you didn't fail. You learn or you win. What you see is not all there is. There is something in everything. What you have done is no longer your potential. And I think that's what sometimes I'm going to search a little bit. What is what come to us sometimes, you've been doing good, and by the time people pat you on the shoulder a little bit, or you pat yourself, you stop. Because you look in where you realize already, you think that, oh yeah, I'm good. My children were always gonna come to school and do a little bit like, oh, I got this, I got 8, and I'd be like, okay. And oh, I'm the one that got the highest score, and I'd be like, okay, so the asker is what? Say 8. So is that the highest? Are you highest? Oh no, you can get 10 out of 10. I said, so why you didn't get 10? See, they are comparing what they did to the rest of people that didn't make it. No, we're supposed to compare ourselves to the standard that God has. If we compare to somebody strength might be 5. So if you got 4 and you're trying to compare that to the 5, just what you ain't making, but the full potential is 10. What are you talking about? So we always need to try to compare ourselves to measure. I would say measure, that's even a good word. Measure to the standard that God put in us, not what somebody is doing. And sometimes in school, you know, those texts, man, those texts can be confusion. You may have a bad day. Doesn't mean that's all you are. Don't let a professor also tell you that that's all because you make bad decision today or you have a 5 today. No, you are more than that. Only your creator can tell you really your full potential. Only you. can determine. Only you can tap your mind and let people know what you are capable of. All right? And then there is something in everything. What you have done is no longer your potential. That's the past. You climbed that mountain. Now go to the next one. Potential is what you can do but have not yet done. I rest my case, ladies and gentlemen. Today, if you something that you can hear today is just that your potential is what you can do but have not yet done. So what is it? What is it? Do you want to climb Mount Everest? Do you want to write a book? You want to be a top chef? You want to be a top head coach in your community? You want to be involved in the hospital? You want to be involved in women that have been left out? Children, orphan? I mean, what is that you want to do in this life? That you feel like something is pulling you away. Every time you want to try, something happens. And I will say, take that leap of faith today. Release that potential. Because you don't want to be on your bed one day and get ready to leave and be like, oh man, I regret. No, you don't want that. I met a lot of old people. One thing they tell me just like, man, I wish when I was young I do this, A, Y, and Z. And I told them, I said, you still here in the land of living, you can still do it. But the one who dead and gone can't say that because they're gone. But you still have a chance. So no matter what, you are 70, 70, 80, 90, today is the day. If you want to pour out, you can do it. I have my best friend, her mom bought a house on age of 90 plus. Can you imagine? You know, anything is possible to whom that believe. I believe that, and I believe that for you. So I thank you to the ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming. Thank you for listening to this podcast. If you like it, please share, and I hope you do. Share it and invite other people to support us here on YouTube. By you being so faithful and diligent, YouTube will post all of these podcasts and videos onto people like you. I thank you, and I'll see you next time, my friend. Ciao for now.